Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about the turkey hangover.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hey, welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about not necessarily the turkey hangover, but it is the day after Thanksgiving. Many of you have celebrated. This is pre-recorded, so I haven't quite celebrated mine yet at the time of this recording. But a lot of people have traveled. A lot of people had spent a lot of energy tomorrow, and if that's you, you know what I'm talking about. And we had this big feast. We are together with family. We're either staying with people or people are staying with us. The day full of festivities and food and football and all the F's that you can imagine, being with family and the frolicking that could go along with that, and I'll keep with the F's if I need to, and the fun that happens. But at the end of the day, there's a turkey hangover. A lot of people have experienced overwhelm, whether that's a joyous overwhelm or at times, as all of you know, our families can be difficult and there can be challenges within those difficulties, and the hangover of the emotion of one, some people having to deal with family. Two, some people who have recently lost family. Some families that may have separated due to divorce or just other complications. Everybody's dealing with some level of hangover, whether it's a joyous one or a difficult one. And some of us are ready to get back home and get back to work. Some of you are, looking for more time. Some of you are out buying online or out waiting in line for deals, because it's what's today is that Black Friday, where all the deals happen and people clamor to shopping. It's a tradition for a lot of families. Like, this is the day that we go and do that. Personally, for me, this is a day that is when I get those few moments, as we have gone through that turkey hangover physically, of eating too much food. As the quiet of the day and the chaos is gone, I always, this time of year, start to focus on next year and what it is I want to accomplish. I'll say this, as you understand, based on yesterday, no matter where you are, this life is based on relationships. And if you weren't able to celebrate with friends and family for whatever reason, you long for those relationships. If you were surrounded by loved ones, regardless of relationship, you have an overwhelm of emotion, good or bad, due to those relationships. But at the end of the day, this whole thing is about relationships. So as you look back on your day from yesterday, whether you have little kids, big kids, you're just a child, right, of a parent, or an offspring of a parent, because you could be an adult child. Just know that. Wherever you are in your journey, you can start and direct your journey in your life the way you choose. And it all starts, people dream a lot. And being a big sports fan and being a life coach, one of the things I've heard a lot of athletes say, and a lot of very successful people, is a dream isn't a goal until you write it down. So for me, and I encourage you to do this for yourself, if we do it in no other area of our life, think about how you want to build upon the relationships you have, or build new relationships with people you would like to attract in your life, and write down what that looks like for you, and write down what the end result of that looks like. A more joyous, loving family, a more loving, joyous individual yourself. Whatever that looks like, write down how you would envision the perfect relationship. When I say relationship, it doesn't need to be romantic. What is your relationship with your parents? What is your relationship you would like to have with your children? What relationship would you like to have with your spouse? What relationship would you like to have with your friends and those people you consider to be friends? What are those relationships looking like for you? And I just encourage you to work towards that. The end of 2019, because we still have another major holiday, no matter what your religious affiliation. And make 2020 have some clarity before going into it. I don't know jack about parenting, but I want to have a strong relationship with my kids, and I imagine you desire that too. It's really hard if you don't have strong relationships with other people in your lives, simply because your children mimic everything you do. Realize every relationship that you have, your children are going to mimic your behavior and how to treat those types of people, friends, family, spousal relationships. They're learning through your actions. Make sure your actions count in a positive way. Write down your goals today if this resonates with you, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.